I'm not sure who to blame this one on. Is it my fault? Or is it Tony's fault? Or is it Derba's fault? This is the last RC car I'm spending money on this winter. Right, never mind, I gotta buy some things for this. After I'm done spending money on this, then that's it, I'm done. This video, I'm going to take a look at this Traxxas Trx4 I just purchased. I like this blazer body, but it's so nice, I don't want to mess this thing up.
Dang, yeah.
Right, there. Did I hit it?
No, you didn't.
I didn't hit it?
No. Oh, where'd he go?
Man, this thing is super sweet. We had a 1979 Blazer when I was a kid, but I think I'm just going to use it. I'm going to use a different truck body, that Clodbuster one I ordered, or something else. And because I want to like hack this thing up and make it look all sweet like everybody else's did at the track, you know what I mean? Lose all this stuff you don't need, and like this tag for starters. I plan on making my own bumpers, my own sliders, my own bumpers, whatever I can make myself and not have to buy. That's what I'm going to do with this. The goal is to get this all done and ready to go by this Sunday. Outdoor competition over in Ohio, and me and Derb want to go to it. Derb's on his way down to Pittsburgh right now to pick up a rock crawler.
Pretty soon she'll be back to gate one.
We're going to see which one of us can get ours ready to go first. And because I already owe him a $12 beer. Now, yes, I could just put battery in this thing and go drive it, but that's not how I operate usually. So let me get started taking some of this stuff off here that I don't think I'm going to need, and I'll check back in with you. See the difference there. Picking up what I'm putting down? All right, so here's where I'm at so far. Here is the pile of stuff I've removed. These are the inner fender wells all cut up. Bumpers are not going back on. Battery box is not going back on. Running boards, whatever these things are. None of that stuff's going back on. The ESC, of course. My goal for this truck is to not spend any money on it and try and do good with it. I don't want to be buying a bunch of aftermarket crap for it, because that's a rabbit hole that we all get sucked down, and I don't want to do with this. Pretty handy. I got lots of cool tools, so I should be able to make and put together a bunch of crap myself. I mounted a shorty pack from one of my race buggies underneath the rear shock tower in the center of the frame. Velcro strap, I'm not even sure what it was from. It had nothing to do with RC, but I cut it and I sewed it and I made it so there's double side tape under the battery on top of the cross member in the frame, and it's keeping that from wiggling around too much. And I really got to force it to wiggle it around, but that is going to, I think the ass end was kind of light, the front end was kind of heavy. I think having this battery back here is going to be a plus. And plus I have adjustment, I can slide it forward and backwards. These are the new rear shock mounts now. And here's the front. It came out pretty good, almost looks kind of factory. All right, I got the 2-speed servo problem cured. I ended up using two 4 to 5 millimeter bullet connectors for a battery. Cut them down and used them as spacers. A couple longer bolts. I'm actually going to trim them off. And now that servo is inside, just inside the mount. I have to hide this wire there, keep that from getting caught on something. I think it'll be a little bit better. This is a little bit of an angle, but it's still going to work fine. Now here's what's left of the battery tray. I ended up cutting it basically in half and shaving the sides down, making it a little more low profile. It has just enough room to mount the ESC and the receiver. I simply had to take the ball stud and flip it to the other side of the servo arm for the 2-speed so it wouldn't hit the battery tray when it was actuated back and forth. Here's a stock TRX4 out of the box, and here it is with the mods I've made so far. Front shock tower's done. Our double-sided tape to the frame here so it doesn't get hung up on anything. These are all heat shrinked and zip tied to the slots in the battery tray. Everything's in here nice and snug. But I think it's a little more rock crawlable now. I don't know. Maybe I just wasted my time. I'm gonna go find out. If nothing else comes from making this video, I at least found a use for our treadmill. Digging around through parts box, and I found these are Traxxas two-wheel drive rear shocks. And they're quite a bit longer. I mean, not a lot, but is that a lot in the 1/10 rock crawling world? I don't know. I think I'm going to put them on. Longer is better, right? All right, check this out. The shock on the left is a stock shock. And look how much more droop that thing has. Is that droop? I don't know. I don't know the lingo. You call that droop? Articulation? I don't know. It just looks like it's probably going to be better. Here on the front end, the shock on the right is also a rear shock. No spring. And look how much farther that sucker droops down. Droop. Is that the right word? I got to find out some lingo this weekend at this rock crawler competition. Guess I won't be needing these. Always hated about racing stadium trucks and short course trucks is the body clanging and banging. I hate body clips. These Proline screw-on caps, once you got them on there and they're dialed in, no more rattling. It's so much nicer. We got that one on camera. Look at that.
The crawling gnome. I guess I'm springs back on mine. I guess. No. You don't run.
Let's see what Derb's got going on underneath the hood. He gutted his truck. He just bought this yesterday.
Strippered it.
It's good enough for second place.
That's the game changer. That's blue. I'm telling you. No. Start back. Pretty soon, back to
Where'd the gate go?
I'm right back to where I was. Like literally the